Suicide Squad is making a comeback.
And Transformers bring the Beast Wars to you.
Yeah, that and more.
Movie Minds.
Hey guys, this is Ish.
And this is it.
We're Movie Minds, where we keep you up to date with all the movie news, reviews, and some shows.
And check us out on all our social media platforms, guys. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, all those great social media platforms that you know. But most importantly, check us out here at YouTube. Please subscribe. Let us know what you think about the show and all the subjects. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, guys. But now let's go on to Hot Tops.
Hot Tops.
Guys, this week, or actually today, we had a leaked trailer and kind of became official now. It's a Suicide Squad 2 trailer. Actually, this is the third trailer that came out.
Third trailer. Yes.
We're getting close. We saw the trailer. What did you think about the trailer? Does it get you more excited about the film? And do you think that this chemistry between this team is better than the first?
The difference between this trailer and the other trailers are the fact that it gives you a little bit more of a story about what exactly it's going to be. And so does it get me more excited? Absolutely. I mean, you watch the trailer and it gets me excited just to see all the characters, especially the shark that's going to be voiced by Sylvester Stallone. I mean, that right there is just gold, right?
Yeah.
But on this particular trailer, you see Idris Elba's character have a little bit more story as to what he is going to be playing in the film. And they also make a reference that he shoots Superman with one of these kryptonite bullets, I guess is what they said in the movie. Absolutely. Do I think it's going to be better than the original Suicide Squad? Look, you know already that the original Suicide Squad, it didn't bode well to many critics. A lot of reviewers didn't like it, but audience, at least according to Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb, it did really well. And I guess I fall into that audience because I loved the first Suicide Squad, especially how they just introduced all the characters. I think this movie is going to be really funny. It's going to have that little Galaxy of the Guardian kind of feel because obviously it's James Gunn's directing. But I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to like it more than the first one.
Really? So I'm really interested in seeing just more of the chemistry. Honestly, from this trailer, the chemistry's there, man. Like, I was really iffy about Pete Davidson.
Okay.
Just because of the way he... Like, it's just kind of a weird character in a sense, or a weird actor in my opinion. But in his little banter with the Roten human being that was right next to him, yeah, I love that. And then John Cena as well is kind of like a weird chemistry there too. But I really enjoyed those scenes in this trailer. Yeah, and honestly, just it makes perfect sense as to why James Gunn brings so much diversity into the group. Because that's what he's really good at.
Right.
Like, if you see Guardians of the Galaxy, it's kind of freaking all over the place, but he makes it cohesive, and I'm really excited. I truly believe that this movie is probably going to be better than the first, at least chemistry wise. I see a lot of potential there.
And you know what? You might be right, and I won't be surprised if it is, because what I didn't like about the first Suicide Squad is the fact that they made a villain. I didn't mind the villain in the beginning as far as what they were developing that villain to be at the end, but when you see her at the end becoming like this CGI based kind of Medusa looking villain, super villain, it just seemed really, really hokey. Weird. It seemed very, very cheap. I didn't like that David Ayers, director of the first Suicide Squad, went that route. Everything though before then I thought was gold. I thought was really good. I thought the chemistry was great, except for that ending.
The ending, what you said about the villain in the movie, and it looks like it's a big old star. Yeah, you said the monster in this movie is that, and I don't know if you guys know, but that alien is actually called Starro, and what that thing does, it takes over people's minds and character and gives them like a fantasy world. Actually, there's like comics where this Starro being takes over Superman and like gives him an alternate reality, and you go through his whole process of if he stayed on Krypton and all those other great alternative cool. Dreams in a sense. So I'm guessing that the villain will be him, and he's gonna be a big old monster. But through the journey of taking over different characters in the Suicide Squad, which sounds a lot of fun. I hope that they bring a DC hero just as a cameo thing. And maybe letting them get taken over by one of the Starro's parasites.
And you know what? I think they picked Idris Elba as helming this movie very perfectly, because now I'm in it. Now, at least with this trailer, it shows me like, okay, they have this guy. He's helming it. He's he's the star of it. And so I don't know. I do think though that maybe Harley Quinn, I don't know why, and I guess we'll see if I'm wrong. Yeah. But I do think Harley Quinn is gonna die in this movie. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just saying that right now because that's what I think will happen.
We'll put some bets on it.
And so we will see what happens.
All right, guys. Let us know what you think, but also follow us right now with Worthy Mentions.
Yes, here we go with Worthy Mentions, guys. Hey, so Anthony Ramos from the In the Heights, which we reviewed, but we had a little technical difficulty there.
Sorry about that, guys.
I give it a B, by the way. I give it a B. You gave it
I give it a B plus.
You give it a B plus.
I love the film. In the Heights, go check it out. HBO Max. That's your free streaming and chilling today.
So that guy, the main guy from In the Heights, he's doing a lot of great things, especially now that he is in the new Transformers movie that's coming out, and we got the title for it, and it's going to be about the Beast Wars, the 1996 iteration of the cartoon. Well, it was not even a cartoon; it was like CGI.
Yeah, it was a CGI.
Like,
you said Windows,
like Windows
95.
7, like click, click, click. Anyway, he's going to be helming that movie, Transformers, Beast Wars. What do you think?
So, from my opinion, is that cartoon, just Transformers has had a lot of animated series with tagged along with that name. But Beast Wars, in my opinion, is probably the best one out of all of them when it comes to storyline and expanding the universe of Transformers and showing you what possibilities are for storytelling. That thing is amazing. I love everything about that cartoon, especially the crappy graphics that you're talking about. But if you see past that, man, it's just amazing. I can't go back and watch it right now because I would just hate myself, but I would totally rewatch a different version of that.
It looks like these Transformers turn into beasts, right?
Yeah.
Is what what it is. I just saw like a Cheetah walking.
It's kind of like what the dinosaur transformer that happened,
Dinobots,
like the Dinobot one from like King Arthur's time. I don't know how that worked out, but it's pretty much them landing on Earth before there was anything, and it was just animals. So they take on the shapes of animals, and that's really cool. So there's a whole different branch of them. They're awesome. They're just amazing. They're great.
So it looks really cheap, guys. But anyway, you guys check it out if you guys want. Anyway, in other news, we have also the producer of the Flashpoint movie urges fans to stop sharing the unofficial Supergirl set photos. It came out very recently that all the photos that are coming out of Supergirl and the suit that she's wearing is basically not exactly what she's gonna look. It doesn't have a cape. It also has like very defined features on the suit. If you look at the photos that should be up right now, very defined abs, things that just don't make a suit look very complimenting. And so a lot of people are sharing it. A lot of people are giving their opinion about how bad it looks. What do you think?
Previs, I don't think it looks bad at all. I mean, I'm expecting the CGI to be placed on the cape, like as a cape. The cape will be there post, right? And then there's going to be some changing around because she's wearing a suit. She's wearing a flight suit, for crying out loud.
Right.
So, of course, it's going to look a little bit, weird.
Right.
I think it looks amazing. I've seen this suit in other comics, and I freaking love it. There was this thing I was watching online, and they were talking about how this version of Kara or Supergirl might be the offspring of Lois and Clark. Superman. That would be amazing. I would love that, especially because Flashpoint is going to have different realities, different futures.
Right.
So
multiverse,
cool. Multiverse.
Yeah, the first thing that I saw is like, wow, dude, the emblem or the Superman logo looks very much alike like Henry Cavill's Superman and logo. I think the suit looks great. I think I also agree with you that they're gonna do a bunch of stuff in CGI. I know that, you know, Superman's cape has always been CGI'd. So if you ever see the behind the scenes with Superman and everything that he does, he never has a cape on. They never have a cape on him except for certain scenes that just he's still, or that he's just gonna be there. But if it's not something like that, they usually CGI that cape. And I'm sure they're gonna probably CGI that suit in little areas to make it look very, very good. I love the actress. I love her look. I love the short hair look that she has going on in the pictures.
Cool. I like that.
I think I'm gonna love her in this.
Can't wait.
And we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, staying in that Flashpoint point, we have Michael Keaton's first look as Batman. No, I'm just playing, not Batman. This is more Bruce Willis. It's a very small picture, guys. It's like, you know, it should be up right now. What do you think, man? All I did was able to tell by the picture is that, look, I'm a big Michael Keaton Batman fan. I watched that movie hundreds of times, and his hair is so beautifully combed, and you can see that in Michael Keaton's picture that he shows. He's a little older, but it looks like he is going to be having a bigger role than everybody thought initially. What do you think?
Exactly, and that's what I said before. Remember, guys? Let me replay that.
No, you did say that. You did say that. I remember.
but for sure, I see how Bruce Wayne, this version of Michael Keaton's Batman, is going to be really prevalent with inside the whole movie. I could just see it now. This is just the first glimpse. We're going to keep on seeing more and more pictures coming out because no one's going to listen to the director talk about this to not do it. There has been a rumor too, John Campea on his show, John Campea's show, which we are big fans of. He mentioned that he has an inside source that talked about how they called him up and told him, hey, you know I heard you on the show that you said that Bruce Wayne's not going to be there a lot, or Michael Keaton's not going to be there a lot. Well, I wanted to let you know that that's not true. He's gonna be there. You're gonna see him in the bat suit, and he has a role like John Connery did in the Indiana Jones film that he was
like Sean Connery.
Yep. So he's gonna be very prevalent in that story. I think this is all pointing towards a humongous role inside this universe, and hopefully, hey man, maybe a spin-off movie.
Maybe, dude.
Why not, dude?
Imagine,
Superman returns.
Imagine freaking, oh my God. Yeah. That would be so amazing to see Michael Keaton back in his own movie, right? That's crazy, man. I hope that happens. I'm glad that they're going this route.
That's just a rumor, but great.
I'm just super excited for the DCU EU right now. So anyway, our last story here, and just in, is that West Side Story's Rachel Zegler is now not only rumored, but is officially now playing Snow White in the new Disney adaptation of Snow White. Wow. I don't know how they picked this girl. This girl, nobody knows her really, but it looks like they stood out. She stood out, and at least, you know, for Steven Spielberg, you know, and for West Side Story, and now Disney just hired her to play Snow White. Now, Snow White is not going to be, they're not going to start production on Snow White till 2022, but this is a big deal for this girl, man. What do you think?
Humongous. I have never seen her in anything. No, I don't think anyone has, or probably has, but it's just not too big enough to know. I see so much promise in her. I mean, we're seeing a star rising right in front of our eyes. Yeah. If Steven Spielberg sees talent in her to cast her as Maria in West Side Story,
that's a big
which
deal.
is a humongous deal, then Disney, of course, did a great job as well casting her, and I'm really excited, especially for this like humongous iconic role. Dude, Disney cannot mess this up, and I have faith in their desires.
Yeah, and you know what? When they casted her, I'm like, what's going on? So I went back and watched the West Side Story trailers that are out there right now. Heard the girl sing. This girl could freaking sing. I mean, she can belch it out just like the rest of them. Like the really good, very, very nice voice. I could totally understand why they picked her. Could only understand the songs that she'll be singing in Snow White. I'm sure there's going to be some originals and even some, the older ones. So I do understand why they would pick her. And then she's beautiful, obviously. And she does, have that whole black hair, the face, everything. So this is great casting by Disney. And I know that's what they did. They really picked her. Absolutely. So those are your Worthy mentions, guys.
Yeah, guys. Now let's go on to streaming and chilling.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna give you guys mine real quick. Mine this week is gonna be Big Shot. It's a show on Disney Plus starring John. His name is John Stamos. We all know him as Uncle Jesse from Full House. And it's a temperamental college basketball coach gets fired from his job and must take a job at an elite all-girls private high school, teaching them how to play basketball. Look, guys, I did not want to watch this at first, only because it just doesn't really,
fair enough,
call me, or it's not something that I would typically watch. However, I somehow stumbled between the trailer when I was clicking through things, and I was looking, and the trailer kind of intrigued me because I like John Stamos, and he was like a hard ass, right? He was just like, and that's what caught me in the beginning of the trailer.
Jesse, huh?
And he was just really being mean, and so I'm like, I really liked the trailer of the show, and I was very intrigued to watch the first episode. I thought I was just gonna watch the first episode and that's it. Now, guys, I watched the whole thing. the first season, I think I watched it between 2 days or so. And so it just basically this college coach, which is John Stamos, he gets really, really mad and throws a chair at one of the refs. And so he gets fired. And so the only job that he can find is at a high school, a private school. And so he's still trying to get back into college, but all these things, it's a typical story. There's a lot of predictability in it, but it's a very good story. There and the situations that they go through are very good. I love the relationship between the dad, John Stamos, and the daughter, because she comes and lives with him, and the things that he's learning to be a more soft-hearted guy. And so I really enjoyed it. I think I saw a little bit of me in him, and even my journey that I've been taking in my life to become a better and more soft-hearted person. Check it out, guys. I think it's a good watch. It's a season. I think it has about 8 shows or 9 shows in it, episodes, and it's on the first season, and they will going to be bringing it back for the second season, and I can't wait. So, Big Shots on Disney Plus.
I'll check that out, dude. That sounds cool. Yeah. That reminds me of The Way Back with Ben Affleck. He's a coach as well.
There you go.
Yeah, he does something very similar. So yeah, that's cool. All right, my pick. I'm gonna cheat a little bit because last week we couldn't talk about this, so I'll just talk about it a little bit. Loki on Disney Plus. You've seen it. Don't act like you haven't. If you haven't, you're doing something wrong with your life, son. Sit down. Let's
tonight at 12.
Oh yeah, is it today? Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so Loki has 2 episodes thus far. Well, 3 today after you watch this episode. You guys have to watch this. The first 2 episodes were amazing. It expands on the story of Loki, everyone's favorite villain in the Marvel MCU universe. And it talks about it shows the story of what happens when he disappears in the Avengers, in the Endgame movie, where everyone time travels and he disappears with the Tesseract. This is such a great story told from a perspective of an antagonist, really. And it brings a different level of just what storytelling can be achieved in this type of platform. Long stories like this deserve to have their own show, to have time to just kind of breathe in a sense. This is a great place. But not only that, this is very impactful to the MCU. I'm not going to talk about it a lot, but this is the show that you want to watch. If you're a fan of all the big Marvel shows, trust me, this is the one that you're going to want to watch, because you're not going to be able to understand what's going to happen next in MCU. I'm telling you, it's a game changer for sure. Watch,
guys.
Loki
it's
now.
The best show I've ever seen. That's brought into like an action, mystery, all these just detective, just all wrapped into one. It's a great show, guys. I wasn't even going to talk about it, but just hearing him saying all this stuff, it just gets me excited. And guys, I've never said that about a show. I love shows. Don't get me wrong. There's been many that are amazing shows. This is the best show I've ever seen. And of course it has some lineage, obviously, because of the Avengers, and they're able to pull from all that past stuff into the show, which helps it. I mean, hey, what can you do, right? But it's still one of the best shows I've ever seen, if not the best show I've ever seen on TV, not just on Disney, on TV. Check it out, guys. It's Loki on Disney Plus. Don't miss this one. Do not.
Yeah, guys. All right, guys. Well, you guys tell us what you think about our picks, and have you watched Loki or any other movie? Let us know down below.
Guys, tell us what you think. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on all our social medias. And like always, and as always, stay
movie minded.
Woo!